The People's Action Party says its branches and activists will make the needed adjustments to prepare for the upcoming election. And meanwhile, residents can continue to seek help from their existing PAP branches. Several MPs have affirmed their commitment to serving their residents despite changes to their constituencies. East Coast GRC MP Heng Swee Kiat says his team will study the changes made in report and assess its implications for their work. He reaffirms that residents remain the team's priority. Mr. Heng also welcomes those from Chai Chi and Siglap to the East Coast family and says he looks forward to meeting and serving them. Meanwhile, Marine Parade GRC MP Edwin Tong, who represents the Juchet ward that will be absorbed into East Coast GRC, says he looks forward to working with the team to build a strong community in the East. He's also assured residents that the commitment to serving them remains unchanged.
Our team has worked together with you for many years, building exciting new developments in Punggol and renewing and revitalizing Pasir Ris with many new facilities. We also welcome our residents from Changi. We will make sure that all our residents are well cared for.
Yihua SMC MP Grace Fu says she will continue to watch over her residents' interests and look after their needs to the best of her ability. She adds that she will continue engagements with residents in the days ahead and looks forward to what the future holds. Speaking to CNE 938, Pasir Ris Punggol GRC MP Janil Puthucheary says it's still up in the air on whether he will contest in the new Pasir Ris Changi GRC.
Firstly, I don't even know if I'm standing, firstly, they will have to decide who they want to stand and then where they want us to stand. So the Prime Minister and the party will decide and then we'll see.
The biggest thing that I've cherished has always been the bonds and that we've forged with our residents. So regardless of the boundary changes, if given the opportunity to serve, I think my priority would be to continue to do my best together with my team to help our residents and serve McPherson.
Jurong GRC MP Seah, who represents the Jurong Central Division, says his work to serve and represent residents of the area remains unchanged. Mr. Seah adds that together with his team, he will press ahead with the many plans they have to enhance all residents' welfare. Sembawang GRC MP Po Lisan says the programs and plans for Sembawang West, which she represents, will be closely aligned to those of the town. But there'll be more autonomy and flexibility for the single-member seat to implement initiatives to address specific needs of residents. The Progress Singapore Party claims much of the EBRC's decision-making are unexplained. Secretary-General Hazel Poa tells CNA that it could have accounted for population shifts without making drastic changes to the electoral boundaries.
For example, we note that the Telok Blangah ward in West Coast GRC was actually taken out of West Coast and put into Tanjong Pagar GRC, which then made Tanjong Pagar GRC too big, so that they have to carve out an SMC, which is Queenstown SMC, which doesn't make sense because you could have made Telok Blangah an SMC to begin with and then leave Tanjong Pagar alone.
Now, she says her party will take time to study the report further before announcing where it intends to contest.
We will take into account how familiar we are with that location and whether we have been walking the grounds there sufficiently for the resident to know more about us. So these will be the main factors that will affect our decisions.
The Workers' Party says it's noticed significant changes to areas it has been working on for the past few years and will share more information on its plans in due course. It says the confirmation of the boundaries is a critical part of election preparations, noting the report's brief justifications for the redrawing. The Singapore Democratic Party says it is disappointed with the disappearance of Yihua and Bukit Batok SMCs. It claims it seems coincidental that this happened soon after successful SDP fundraisers in Bukit Batok. It adds it will study the details carefully and consolidate plans, highlighting the rising cost of living as an issue of focus. People's Alliance for Reform Secretary General Lim Tien took to social media to express his outrage at what he describes as wanton redrawing of the electoral boundaries, claiming there were no good reasons given. The three-party alliance includes his People's Voice Party, as well as the Reform Party and Democratic Progressive Party. The National Solidarity Party says it is deeply disappointed and perplexed, alleging that there has been continued gerrymandering of the electoral boundaries. The party also claims the GRC system is outdated. Nevertheless, it says it will contest in 6 GRCs and 1 SMC. Red Dot United also expressed disappointment with the report, claiming that it has altered the political landscape in the west of Singapore. The party adds it will engage in discussion with other opposition parties so as to avoid three-cornered fights. The People's Power Party also says it is disappointed by the report, calling it skewed to protect electoral interests. It says it's nothing short of massive gerrymandering, which is unhealthy for democratic development. The Singapore People's Party says it will take time to review the report before providing a detailed response, even as it stands prepared to contest.